everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Nikki, and lately I've been doing a lot of tag videos, just trying to have fun with YouTube, and I've really enjoyed them. So today I'm going to do another one. And actually, I don't know if this is a tag. It's called the 30-Day Tarot Challenge meme, and I got it from BennetBellwen.com, BennetBellwen.com. And it is 30 questions, so it's quite lengthy, and I'm going to try to keep this video kind of short because I don't have a whole lot of time before I'll be interrupted. So I'm just going to answer 10 today and make follow-up videos. So the first question is, what introduced you or got you involved in tarot? You know, I honestly don't remember, but I was very influenced by movies and television when I was younger, so I'm sure there was a movie. I do remember seeing The Craft, though I don't know if The Craft had any tarot in it. But it was probably something like that that influenced me, that I thought was so cool. What was your first deck and why/how did you get it? Okay, so me and my boyfriend at the time, I was 16, I believe. We went with his parents across country and we visited Arizona and Colorado, and we visited a lot of other states too, but those were our destination states, if I can talk. And I think it was in Arizona I bought my first tarot deck. It was like a Native American themed tarot deck, and yeah, I don't know, it was something that I didn't usually see in my hometown, and I thought I better buy it while I can, and that was my first deck. 3. Do you have more than one deck that you use? And if so, how often? Or if so, do you have a favorite? Yes. I have several decks, but my favorite is my Gilded Tarot. And yeah, it's just my go-to. I don't even have a standard Rider-Waite tarot deck. Like, I always say, I'm going to get my just to have it, you know, just to have it. It's like, I think every tarot reader should just have the standard Rider-Waite tarot. And if that is the system that you use, and it is. But every time I get on there to buy my Rider-Waite, I see all these other beautiful decks and that I just fall in love with, and I just cannot bring myself to buy the Rider-Waite. It just doesn't speak to me like these other decks do. And the Gilded Tarot, it's just always spoke to me. I always go back to it. Now, my second favorite is my Chrysalis deck. It also speaks to me. So, there you go. Number 4, how long have you been reading the tarot? Well, I've read, or I dabbled, I should say, when I was younger, like in my teenage years. I might have read for a couple friends, but mostly I was just like dabbling and playing around with it by myself. I did know the system and how to read it and stuff, because the first tarot deck I bought came with like a little pamphlet on what all the cards mean, so that's about as far as I took it. But and then I took a long break, and then I got back into it in my late 20s. So yeah. And I'm 34 now, if that gives you any idea. Number 5, when and where did you give your first reading? Okay, well, like I said, in my teenage years, I might have gave a reading here and there to a friend or two, but my very first, and of course I've read from my husband. He was probably like technically my first, but like my very first commissioned reading was a friend of my husband's from work, and she was just interested in it, and she came over and paid me. And of course I didn't like set a set amount, because, you know, I wasn't used to doing that, and I just told her to pay me what she felt that I deserved, or, you know, what the reading deserved. So she did that. I think we're on 6. Yeah. What was the first spread that you learned? the Celtic cross. I always want to say like the Irish cross or something. It's the Celtic. I haven't used it for a while, if you can't tell. But yeah, I think that's like everyone's first or just about, because it's always in the books. And you know, I really do recommend it as a first spread to learn, because even though it's very extensive, it can really it can really just suit about any situation in life and give you clarity. So I do recommend it. What is the first, or I'm sorry, what is your favorite card, both in terms of deck and artwork and divination or divinatory meaning? Probably Temperance. And because it's such a beautiful card to me, you know, and especially the meaning. It's, you know, it's all about moderation. It's all about mixing and blending and assimilating with life and characters in life and cultures, and staying in the middle ground, not taking anything to an extreme. And that seems to be the secret to happiness to me. And, sorry if I'm moving the camera around a lot. My arm's getting kind of tired. It's also the card for Sagittarius, and I seem to be just like drawn to Sages. Not really like mate-wise, but through friends and family. I really get along great with Sages. Like a Sagittarius is my soulmate, and yeah, that's just how it is. But let's see. I just keep losing my place. Which card do you dread pulling the most? Probably the Tower. And, you know, the Tower really isn't a negative card. It really isn't. But just the fact that you might have to tell somebody there might be some kind of impending loom or something, you know, because the Tower is all about something detrimental happening, some hard truths being learned, your world's being shaken up, but it's for the betterment of your growth. You know, whatever you have to go through, it's going to make you stronger, and it's going to make you better and wiser and all that stuff. So it's really a positive card, but you know, just the fact that there could be some negative misfortune in the near future. I hate telling people that stuff, you know. I like to stay as positive as possible during readings. What card do you pull the most often, and why do you think that is the case? I don't know, like, as an individual card, but I know I pull a lot of pages. I think the reason behind this is that we all need to learn how to mature. We're all very inexperienced in so many different facets of life, and it's like the universe is urging us to try new things and to grow. And yeah, I think that's why I pick a lot of pages. Okay, number 10, the last question. What card best represents your personality, or is most often pulled to represent you in a spread? I'm going to say the Queen of Cups. Cups are water, and I'm a Pisces, so I'm a water sign. But also, cups are all about emotion and overflowing with emotion. And I am a very emotional creature. Like, I struggle to keep my emotions out of my thinking, out of my reasoning. And I think I do pretty well. Like, I'm actually pretty conscious of it. I think the people who truly struggle are the ones who aren't even conscious that their emotions are getting in the way. So on that aspect, I think I do pretty well, because I do make a conscious effort to think logically without my emotions affecting my decision making. But yeah, I'm very sensitive to emotions. I'm very sensitive to other people's emotions. You know, I'm what you would call an empath. I can sense if you're, you know, you can put on a smiling face, but if there's something bothering you, I'm going to sense it. You can, you know, and a lot of times people lie, but it's not so much like a deceitful type of lie. It's like, I've learned this about humanity anyway. It's like they are guarding themselves. They are trying to impress you. It's like their intentions are well, but they're still lying. They're still stretching the truth or whatever. So I often overlook those type of things. I know my husband, he's sensitive to it also, when people are being deceitful, but he takes it like it's a negative thing, like that person can't be trusted. And I get that, but I think for most of humanity, when they are deceitful or they do lie, their intentions are still well. They don't mean to, actually like betray you or anything like that. It's just, sometimes the truth is hard to swallow. Sometimes the truth is hard to take. And, I don't know, it's like they're shielding themselves from the truth. So anyway, that is my the 10 questions I'm going to answer for today. I hope that you guys liked listening to me. I do plan on doing 2 other videos to finish up the questions. So yeah, why don't you guys answer a question for me down in the comments. Let me see here. Which one do I want you to answer? Okay. I know that not all of you are tarot readers, so of course this isn't going to apply to everybody, but I would like to know, what is your favorite tarot deck to work with? So if you have a favorite tarot deck to work with, please leave it down in the comments. I'd love to read it. And maybe the next tarot deck I buy will be that tarot deck. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.